15th of October, 8 days after our last inspection on the 7th of October. And let's start with the pale yellow hive. Looks good. Initially I would say there are 1, 2, 3, about 3.5 seams of bees. So frame number 1, 1 west, 1 east empty, 2 west kind of empty. There's a cockroach there. And 2 east is empty as well. Three west, we've got 10% honey and 30% nectar. 3 east is I would say 3% honey. 4 west, I would say 70% brood in all stages. And 4 east is empty. We've got 1 drone brood there. Queen not sighted here. 5 west, 90% mostly capped brood. And 5 east, 90% mostly capped brood. No queen cells, some drone brood over there. Queen is not in this frame. They're really very docile. Six west empty. 6 east is where our queen is. These are mostly eggs. I would say this is 80% brood, mostly eggs. Let's see if we can catch the queen laying. She's laying. There is a bee covering her. She's underneath 1 worker bee, but I can see it from my angle. She's laying. And she moved on. Oh no. Frame 7 west empty. 7 east is 40% nectar. And 8, frame 8 is empty. I'm just gonna move all this back so we don't jumble the frames. Frame 1 still is frame 1. And that's our pale yellow hive. Let's check the orange hive. Has been fed. They finished the sugar. All right. Looks like orange hive is getting better. Frame 1 is empty. 2 west is 80% nectar. 2 east is empty. 3 west is 80% brood in all stages. And 3 east is good, 50%, I would say, no, 70% brood in all stages. So there's some milky brood and cap brood, and the queen is here. For west, good, 80% brood in all stages, mostly capped, and 5% nectar. And 4 east is 80% brood in all stages, 5% pollen, 5% nectar. 6 west, empty. 6 east is heavy with 80% nectar. 6 empty. 7 has 3% honey. 8 is empty, apart from 5% pollen and 3% honey. Looking good. Side of the queen, we have a lot of reserves, food reserves. No need to feed at this stage. My problem is the bar comb in the feeder. Look at that. We'll close this up. Don't want to feed them at this stage. And that's our orange hive. Next to check is our newest colony, the green Macquarie hive. So we fed this last time and they finished it. Look at that, all gone. Hopefully they have settled in. Looks like they already filled up the whole nuke. Frame 1 west is full, I would say about 50% nectar, and 1 east is full of bees as well, I would say 40% nectar. Now I should be looking at the queen as well and mark her. These are Italian bees. One is already has already stung my thumb. 2 west, I would say 40% nectar, and 2 east is 10% nectar. And this is original frame. 3 west, beautifully drawn. Should be looking for the queen. in this frame, looking for any eggs. 3 is also beautifully done. No eggs. I don't see the queen. For west, we've got 10% nectar. And this is the frame that I donated from the pale yellow hive, which has about 15% nectar right now and about 80% brood in all stages. Frame number 5, empty. 5 east, empty. Now it's about 10% nectar, 10% pollen. I would say 20% nectar. These are big bees. Healthy. Actually, by the number of bees, I'll be moving them into an 8-frame hive soon. We'll continue to feed them. And that's our green Macquarie hive. Let's check the olive hive. The super is empty. Queen excluder. Last time we checked, it has 7 sides with brood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seams of bees. That's why I came back as well today to feed this hungry colony. They have lots of babies. 1 west has about 60% to 70% nectar, 15% pollen, and 1 east is 20% nectar. 2 west, 50% nectar, 40% pollen. 2 east is just about 20% nectar. 3 west, 90% cap brood, 5% honey. 3 east is 95% cap brood, really beautiful. Look at that, and 5% honey. That one's really heavy. 4 west is 90% cap brood, 5% honey. And 4 east is, I would say, 80% brood in all stages, 5% honey. Queen is not here. Five west. Can you see the queen? Yellow dot with about 85% brood in all stages. And 5 is 85% brood in all stages. I would give it an assignment of about 5%, 3% each side of honey. 6 west, empty. 6 east is 40% cap brood, 30% pollen, and 10% honey, and 10% nectar. Seven east, 7 west, empty. 8 east, 8 west, empty. So I'll be feeding them. Put this back. Clean feeder. And that's our olive hive. Last but not the least is the lime hive. Looks like they are spilling over. One west, 1 east, empty. 2 west, 2 east, empty. Three west, 10% nectar. 3 east, empty. 4 west is 40% cap brood, 20% honey, 5% pollen. 4 east is what's that? 3% cap brood. I'm looking if there are eggs. There's none. Six west, 80% brood in all stages, 3% honey. 6 east, 90% brood in all stages, no queen cells, no swarm cells, queen not here. Six west, look at that, this is one of the most beautiful frames. I would say 90% cap brood, beautiful. That's 6 west. 6 east is equally beautiful with a queen there, big queen, yellow dot with, I would say, 80% brood in all stages. Seven west, 50% Make it 70% brood in all stages, 15% nectar, some babies. Milky brood, that's what we call milky brood. They haven't been capped yet, and these are the capped brood. They're in the pupa stage. And 7 East is 60%. Make it 70% brood in all stages the same. Milky brood in the outside and capped brood in the middle of the frame with about 10% nectar. And last frame, it's heavy. 8 West is empty, but 8 East is 90% nectar. Look at that glisten. Doesn't need feeding. Doesn't need feeding. Put this back. And that's our olive hive.